what's the name that they give the Native Americans? They call them warriors or braves. Okay. All right. So let's go into some of the characteristics of Gad. Okay. This is 1 Chronicles 5:18. All right. It says, First Chronicles 5:18. It says, the sons of Reuben and the Gadites and the half tribe of Manasseh, of valiant men, men able to bear buckler and sword, to shoot with bow, and skillful in war, were 440,703 that went out to war. All right. Now, when you go into those words, it said valiant. Now, the word valiant means a stalwart, which the word stalwart means stoutly or strongly or stoutly built, sturdy, robust, firm, steadfast, brave, uncompromising, serviceable. To be strong, be well, be worthy, have power, be able. Now, I said brave. The word stalwart, one of the definitions was brave. Now, when you look the word up, brave, in the etymology dictionary, guess what that term fall under? Under noun, it says brave, North American Indian warrior. They called us the braves. That's why one of the curses, which I was going to wait on that, but I'll go and highlight it, which I did it already in a video. It's on the page, but I'm going to pull it out just for edification. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37. Yeah. It says, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all the nations whither the Lord shall lead thee. Okay? They became a byword or a proverb. Basically, mocked. That's why you got teams like the NFL team, the Kansas City Chiefs, alright? And what on the symbol, on their helmets, they got the tomahawk, okay? Which that goes back to the North American Indians, okay? You got the, who else? You got the Braves, the Atlanta Braves, which before were called the Milwaukee Braves, okay? It's another team. Forgot. Oh, the Chicago Blackhawks, the hockey team that won the Stanley Cup this year. Alright. And it was a chief named Chief Blackhawk that was of the Sauk Nation. Okay. So they make mockery of us, man. Alright. But back to the word brave, it was a term used it was a word that they used, the white man used to describe the nature of the North American Indians. They called them braves. Alright? You can look it up in the dictionary. It says North American Indian warrior. That's what a brave is. And the word brave, it means possessing or exhibiting courage, dare to be splendid. Alright? So it was valiant. Now when you look the word valiant up in the Hebrew, which is Strong's Hebrew 24:28, chayal, it means strength, mighty, able. So these were strong, mighty, and able warriors, man. Okay? The Gadites. Alright? Back to 1 Chronicles 5:18. It says, the sons of Reuben and the Gadites and the half tribe of Manasseh, of valiant men, which we went through valiant, okay? Men able to bear buckler and sword, alright? Now, buckler is just like a shield, alright? And it said sword. Now, when you look the word sword up in the Hebrew, it's Strong's Hebrew 27:19. It says charab, which means sword or knife. They were skillful and had the ability in using the sword or the knife. Now, it's a fact. Okay, let me see if I can pull it up. It's a fact that the U.S. military is trained by Apache natives, train the U.S. soldiers how to use the tomahawk and the knife for close range fighting. Knife fighting. All right. Hopefully this is it with the guy. Yeah, U.S. military. Now this guy's name is Snake. All right, and you've seen this on what's it called, Spike's TV, the Deadliest Warriors, where they had the Apaches fight against I forgot, was it Samurai or something? I forgot. They was highlighting the Apache warriors. Now they was going in. They had two Apache men demonstrating their abilities and their traditional ways of fighting, and they had this guy named Snake, and you know he's an Uncle Tomahawk, okay, because he's helping the white man by training him and teaching him in the ways of combat of the Apaches, okay. But I'm going to just highlight.
A combination of plastic and real knives line the hands of these service members as they practice stabbing techniques against each other. Techniques they learn step by step from sailor and martial arts instructor, Petty Officer Snake Blocker.
Well, I've been teaching this type of art around the country since 1995. And
his name is Snake Blocker, okay? He was on Deadliest Warriors teaching, showing knife training, but he's of Apache descent. He's of Native American descent. Alright? And this man is bad.
Basically, I get invited by different organizations, martial arts studios, law enforcement, that want to learn and explore a little bit more about the native culture, as well as the native battle tactics to help them in the civilian life with their self-defense tactics and law enforcement.
With his years of experience as a martial artist, after joining the Navy in 2001, he was selected to teach military close-quarter combat and knife-fighting techniques. Blocker, whose Apache knife-fighting knowledge landed him on the Spike TV show Deadliest Warrior, believes that troops benefit greatly from extra hand-to-hand combat training.
And these magazine clips eventually run out of ammunition, and then what are you left with, especially if you don't have the confidence from previous training? Confidence goes a long way, and it helps you perform well under stress, and this is what I'm trying to teach the people, to perform well under stress. You don't have to be an expert martial artist, but if you have enough confidence by going through training, you can always pull out a knife and feel a little bit safer and a little more confident when you're walking down the road, especially when you're out of ammunition.
Those that attended the 2-hour seminar were surprised with all they were able to learn in such a short time.
I mean, it's always nice to have a little bit of personal security, even for my family. My boys are teenagers, I got a wife, so, you got to take back your family if not possible.
Though Blocker is heading back stateside, he plans to return in 3 months, hoping for another chance to strengthen service member skills. Army Sergeant Danielle Washington, Kabul, Afghanistan.
Yeah, so you got this guy, Snake Blocker, of the Apache tribe, which he's an Israelite. He's of the tribe of Gad, of the children of Israel, but he probably won't accept that because he's totally in aiding and embedding and training the so-called white men in the ways of his warrior tradition. Okay, all right, but that was just to prove out the fact that, like the scriptures say, it said that First Chronicles 5:18, the sons of Reuben and the Gadites and of the half tribe of Manasseh, valiant men able to bear buckler and sword. And like I said, when you look up that word sword, it's speaking of both swords and knives. And the Apaches were skilled